the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line, and a man who's going to either take on and chase down Bailey Zappi, get him out of the pocket, off the spot, or Mac Jones. He is one of the best at the position of linebacker in the NFL. He is Roquan Smith of the Chicago Bears. How you doing, Roquan?
Doing very well, Rich. Thank you for having me.
You are most welcome. Thank you for being on. Did you gain any information from Bill Belichick right there as to who the quarterback's going to be?
Not much. Bill don't give out much information.
I've noticed that. That's on brand for him. Who do you think the quarterback is going to be on Monday night right now, Roquan?
Oh, man, Bill try to keep everyone honest, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I think he's going to run the same system regardless of if it's Zappi or if it's Mac in there. So be prepared for both, but not too worried about either. Both are good players.
Look at you echoing your head coach's comments, Roquan Smith. Look at you going all Eberflus on me. He said the same thing, that he doesn't think there's going to be any difference if it's Zappi or Mac Jones. And Zappi's a kid who just started playing quarterback, and we saw what Mac did last week. You think there's not going to be that much of a difference for either one of them?
Yeah, personally I don't, because I think, Belichick, Patricia, they're going to run their same plays regardless of who at the helm. So, and I think, they're going to try to come out, run the ball, which they would, and depending on how the weather goes for the game. So all of those things are playing a part, I'm sure.
And how do you approach a Monday night appearance for you, Roquan? Obviously, the last nationally televised appearance wasn't, going your way. What about now for you, Roquan?
Look forward to Monday night games, because I believe that I'm the best in the league at what I'm doing. So just being able to showcase that on primetime TV where everyone will be watching. So I'm excited, and I love those primetime matchups and versus a really good opponent.
When you say showcase, who are you showcasing for, Roquan Smith?
I would just say for all my showcasing for all my supporters out there that know and believe that I'm the best in the game, and also for myself. It's never a bad thing to just keep showing yourself over and over. For
others who might be interested in Roquan Smith?
Oh, yeah, definitely. For those, and for the doubters, who are, think they may have seen me, but, haven't really paid much attention. So it'll be great, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So how are you approaching your tenure with the Chicago Bears right now, Roquan? Just to put a fine point on it right here, getting ready for Week 7 for you.
Yeah, man. It's been a nice run for sure. See this year on a one-year deal. So I'm basically, every game like I would any other year, playing it like my last, and don't really know what the future holds. But I do know controlling what I can control at the moment, and that's about just being the best guy I can in the locker room, and then being the best guy there on the field week in and week out. And I'm just thinking about that, controlling that, and letting the other do what it needs to do.
No, and I know I'm kind of bringing up something that's 2 months old now, but you and I have not spoken, and I appreciate you calling in here. Is there anything that you could tell Bears fans about what happened this summer and how that might linger for you in whatever your future might be for a fan base that loves watching you play, Roquan?
Yeah, absolutely, and I have a great deal of respect for the amazing fan base here, the true fans. And it was just a disagreement with contracts. They believed I was at a certain number, and I seen myself at a different number, and we could not agree. So I said I would bet on myself this year and eventually get what I think I deserve for myself. And that's my mindset, but won't be like a negative guy in the locker room or anything like that, just controlling what I can control, still the leader of the team and of the guys, and just going to, approach it just like I would any other year, but just knowing that this very well could be my last year.
What is your relationship with Matt Eberflus, the new HC there, Roquan?
Matt, yeah, Flus, very cool with Flus. Have no problems with Flus whatsoever. I think he's a great guy for the organization here, and I think it's going to be a lot of great things he'll bring to this organization.
Flus, that's the name, that's the nickname, Flus, for him?
Yeah, Flus.
Did you come up with that, or is that how do we land on Flus for the HC?
I think it came from Indianapolis. I honestly started picking up on it from a guy named Matt Adams, who played with him over in Indy.
So would that make you if then if I use that for you, if or Quan? What would we go with here? What would you go with?
We could go Quan or Ro.
Roque. Okay, very good. I guess what would that make me, guys? N? Would that make me Sen? I don't know. Doesn't. Maybe it just
go eyes.
I mean, it just doesn't
first,
work.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going down a road here that apparently has no future. So Roquan Smith here on the Rich Eisen Show. What is the Bears' outlook for the rest of the season right now? Where there have been flashes, there have been some nice W's, and there's been flashes from your quarterback, to say the least. What is the sense as you get set to take on New England? Roquan.
We're more so just focused on being 1-0, and it's about just controlling what we can control this week, and it's about going out, doing everything we can leading up to it, and then on Monday night to beat the New England Patriots. And I think once we get that one win on our belt, then things will take off from there. But all we can focus on right now is this huge game on Monday night, national televised game, and we know there's going to be a lot of viewers, and people think they've seen some things from us, but they haven't. So it just got to go out, and we all have to play to the best of our ability, and we'll get what we want.
How is Justin Fields holding up? And when I say that, sometimes he needs to be pulled up from the turf quite a bit. How is he holding up for your team?
Yeah, man, I got a great deal of respect for Justin and how tough he is, and week in and week out, he definitely takes some hits, so we got to try to eliminate some of those. But his mindset, man, I love it. I think the guy's going to do great things, still growing each and every day. So got a lot of respect for him, and I think he's just going to keep getting better, and I'm excited for him.
So you do know currently atop the flow chart in college football, it would be your alma mater versus his if it all comes down to it. What happens if that does happen, Roquan?
Oh, Dogs by 100.
100? Woo! Write that down. Will you write that down?
Got it.
Okay. By 100? Really?
Not 100, but I like the Dogs in legit fashion.
Legit fashion. Okay. Are you concerned at all with what Tennessee's been able to put on film and take some goalposts and throw them in the river after beating Alabama? Any concern about that?
Yeah, no, I just think that's what a typical Tennessee fan would do when they, do something big. But so that's expected down that way. But I know when they come to Athens here soon, all the little, hype that they have going to go down the drain. But they may be looking forward to that. Maybe they'll lose to Georgia and then still be a one-loss team and still can get in the playoffs. So they may look forward to that, but we'll see. Okay,
I like it. So if it is Mac Jones this weekend, it'll kind of be a Georgia-Alabama situation between you and he. Something like that, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, Roquan Smith. Hey, look, thanks for the time right here on this program. Last thing for you, the challenge taking on a Patriot team that you said the quarterback is one thing, but the system is the larger scope here. When you take on this team on Monday Night Football, you're thinking what? What are you focused on this offense then?
Honestly, starting out stopping the run, and that's going to be big. They got a pretty nice O-line, some nice veterans on the O-line that plays really well together and do some good combination blocks, pulling in different gap schemes, and got a big runner in 38. So I think it's just going to be a great opportunity to showcase being able to stop the run, and I think once we do that and put the game in 4 or 10 hand, I think that'll be the same either way it goes. So looking forward to that.
Roquan Smith, thank you for the time, sir. Let's do this a little bit more often. Appreciate you calling in on a Friday before this big game on Monday night. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rich.
Right back at you. That's Roque right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Or Quan, not if. Flus.
Very cool, Flus.
How'd you get if out of that?
Well, I mean, Eberflus is the end of his name. It's
Quan
Flus. So
if you hit Quan, that was perfect, man. That was perfect.
I eventually landed.
But you would have set it off. You just would have went Quan.
I was circling the airport. I finally landed. It took me a while.
I think you threw him off when you went if.
Like, he's just like, what? Did my phone drop off? Did my phone drop off?